2nd and 12 from the 17. Cats down by 3. McQuaid going to throw. Looks to the left, across the middle. For Antonio Johnson. He's got it. The Cats complete the comeback. Win a thriller in OT. It's Antonio Johnson with the play of the season. Villanova putting up 14 points in the first half. William & Mary giving up about 28.5 points per game. Jabril Mace will receive the kick. He'll start from the 1, take it out 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Mace turning up the Jets. He's across midfield, being chased down. 15, 10, 5. He's in. What a start to the second half. Jabril Mace, touchdown. Welcome back to Johnny Unitas Stadium here on the campus of Towson University. David Szczepanski alongside Stephen Kane. The first game of our WXVU doubleheader. Villanova leading Towson 14-10. The Wildcats have the football with 4:20 remaining in this ball game. 1st and 10 from the 18 for Pat McQuaid and company. Pistol formation. Running back is Mace. Mace going to get the football here. Runs to the right. Has a hole. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Keep going, Jabril. On the other side of the field. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. He looks back. Plenty of daylight. He's in. Touchdown, Villanova! 8:47 left to go here in the first quarter. 2nd down and 8. Balls on the 42-yard line for Villanova. Ragland again, the running back to the right. It's McQuaid, throws across the middle. Here's a catch for Nolan Clayton. He's still on his feet, breaks attack to the 20, to the 15, and he'll be slammed down there. But Nolan Clayton with a nice catch across the middle. McQuaid again getting the ball out very quickly. There's no running back out there on this play for Hampton. 2nd down and long. It's a design run. It's a keep for Davis, but he runs right into the wall. Abina Naboto has got the football. He's taken away. He's going around to the other side of the field. He's down to the 10, 5, and the big man is in. Touchdown, Abina Naboto. It's 4th and 10 from the 30. 3:38 left to go. McQuaid going to throw again, looking for his first completion. Pressure comes, gets out of the sack, scrambles to his right as time looks downfield for Kopecky, trying to get in range. Kopecky jumps. Did he pull it in? Yes, he did! Wow, McQuaid extended that play and strikes to Kopecky. Touchdown, Villanova! Villanova leading by 12, 10:46 left to go. 1st down to 10. McQuaid looking deep for Coella, and he hits him in stride. You betcha. Touchdown, 2nd of the day for Luke Coella. McQuaid drops back, looks, has time, throws a dart to Reed. He's got it, the 1. He trips up. I think he's got it, and it is. It's a touchdown for Braden Reed. Had the game-winning touchdown last week, and he puts Villanova in front for the first time today. 16 seconds remaining. McQuaid is going to drop back, scrambles to his right, pressure Cummings, no one's open. McQuaid has to get rid of the football. 10 seconds left to go in the first half. He chucks it downfield and finds a receiver. It's Braden Reed who cuts back to the right side of the field, the freshman. 35, 30, 25, 20. Good blocking in front of him, but that will do it for the first half as too much time came off the clock. But Braden Reed gets to about the 18-yard line. Great catch and great speed and agility for Reed to cut through the Stony Brook's defense. It's just the 6th interception of the season for Jaden Craig. Harvard fans can't believe it, but for Villanova, we'll get the football back.
Definitely, and again, Villanova, they pride themselves on winning the turnover battle, and they have an early lead there. Again, also 16th in turnover margin, and they don't give the football up that often.
We'll talk about the turnover battle in the pregame show, Steve. If now the Wildcats can take advantage of this, perhaps put up at least 3, maybe 7, that could really be the tide that shifts this game. Ragland is the running back after the touchdown. He'll start to the left, trying to get past one of the linebackers. He'll get through to about the 25, maybe the 26-yard line, gain of about 6, with 8:18 left to go in the first quarter. It's going to be 2nd down and about 5. Villanova with the football, working in their own territory, up by 7.
And we've given a lot of credit to Jabril Mace, Isaiah Ragland, but this entire offensive line, all 5 of them, Voltaire, Azura Tutu, Whalen, McCullers, and Fay, really dominated the line of scrimmage thus far. It seems like every single running play just pushing this Harvard front 4 back.
Villanova with 8 total plays of offense. 7 of them have been on the ground. McQuaid today 0 for 1. You got trips on the left side of the field. Now Ragland is the running back. He'll come in gun formation. He'll get the football here. Start at the middle, get to the right, gets to about the 27-yard line. He's trying to fight forward. Tackle made by number 35 for Harvard. That's Sean Line. And it's now going to be 3rd down and about 4, maybe a gain of 1 or 2 for Ragland.
And we mentioned earlier, Sean Line, a first-teamer in the Ivy League, and again, double-digit tackles in 5 of his last 7 games. Most likely, Villanova has a poor play on offense. Sean Line is going to be the reason why.
3rd down and 3 for the Cats from their own 27. Ragland is the running back. Gun formation to the left of McQuaid. You got wide receiver lining up on the right side of the field. That appears to be Kopecky. It's a handoff to Ragland. Gets to the outside, to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, 45, 50, on to the other side of the field in Harvard territory. He'll get tripped up around the 42. Isaiah Ragland with some shifty running to begin the afternoon.
Just incredible stuff from Ragland. Second explosive run of the afternoon, and we're just barely halfway through this first quarter, and Harvard completely sold out on the run, and really all Ragland and this Villanova rushing attack had to do was just kind of win at the first level, and then it was off to the races. There were no safeties back at the third level to really stop Ragland from picking up all those additional yards. Just like that, Villanova's in Harvard territory.
32-yard run for Ragland, pushed out of bounds by Bartram. The running back is Mace. He'll get the football here, trying to go to the outside again on the far side of the field. This time he's going to be tackled by the Crimson right around the 39. Good tackle there on the outside. It appears once again by Sean Line. It was 2nd down and 9 from the 40 for the Cats.
And that's what's impressive about Sean Line, just that east to west ability to make tackles. And that does match up pretty well with a generally east to west runner, somebody who likes to run on the outside like Jabril Mace. But again, a lot of the other Harvard players, I don't know if they could match up with Jabril Mace's speed. Line and Mace will be a fun one to watch.
Perhaps a one-on-one opportunity here on the right side of the field. Got trips on the right. It's a run up the middle again for Mace. And he'll run into a wall, but he'll pick about 4, maybe 5 yards, still fighting. Eventually he'll be stopped by the Crimson right around the 35. It's going to be 3rd down and about 4 for Villanova. Already leading Harvard 7-0 here in the first round of the FCS playoffs. 5:40 left to go in the first quarter. Steve, Villanova already across 100 rushing yards on the day, 116 before that carry.
And they've only thrown the ball once. Again, just can't stop raving about Villanova not being afraid to continue to stick to their identity, but it does look like they're going to throw it here in empty formation.
Colella and Reed on the right side of the field. Now the running back is Mace. He'll run to the left. We have a flag. Appears to be a false start against the Cats as McQuaid was looking towards Antonio Johnson. It is going to be a false start, so it was 3rd down and 4. It's 3rd down and 9.
That's the second penalty for Villanova in this first quarter. And again, mentioned it earlier with Harvard. They're one of the best teams, top 3 in the country in penalties per game, penalty yards given up. So if you're Villanova, you don't want to give this Harvard team some free yards to work with, because Harvard most likely won't do that to themselves. And it could be 2-down territory, not to think too early if Villanova doesn't get it, but they get a somewhat positive play here, but it ends up short of the sticks because of the cold field goal conditions. It may be tough for Jack Barnum to convert a long one.
They get Colella on the false start. 2 wide receivers on the right side of the field. Johnson is the tight end. He'll line up for a route here. No backs as McQuaid is in the backfield by himself. McQuaid drops back, 3rd down and 9. Looks to the right, finds Reed. Was he inbound to the 30? It would be a first down, and it was. Move the chains. The freshman Braden Reed picks up a first down. Good throw by McQuaid. It was right on the money.
And really good comeback route from Braden Reed on Austin Jake Guillory, one of the best corners for the Harvard Crimson. Reed, so explosive, so shifty, creating just separation at the very last second, and perfect timing from McQuaid. It's always key on those comeback routes to throw it just when the receiver's coming back, and really good stuff from the third-team All-CAA player in Braden Reed. 1st
and 10 from the 30 for the Cats, 4:37 left to go. Now Mace will come in formation to the left side, gun formation for McQuaid and company. Run to Mace, he'll try the right side of the field, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but really nothing there. Tackled by Jack Donahue. Also there for Harvard was Ethan Carson, and it's going to be 2nd and 10.
And there he had McCullers and Fay kind of struggle a little bit. Mace maybe just a little too patient, right? Waiting for that hole to develop, and right when he decided to go, he already realized that his butt was on the ground and it was a tackle for loss for this Harvard team.
2nd and 10, 4 minutes left to go. Ball's on the 30. Cats are in Crimson territory. Mace is the running back to the left of McQuaid. You got trips on the right side of the field. Looks like Kopecky is lined up possibly 1-on-1 on the far side. You have a fake handoff to Mason. He's looking for Kopecky, and the throw was a little low. Would have been a gain about 15 yards. A little bit off target. Coverage there from Harvard was from Austin Jake Guillory.
And Harvard there, they sent some extra rushers, and they always tell you as a quarterback, again, to throw the ball where the blitz is coming from. McQuaid did that. Kopecky was generally open, tried to get the ball out before Kopecky continued to run his route into the heart of the 2 safeties, but just the throw was a little bit low. And as you said, it sets up a big 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10, Cats today on 3rd down, 3 for 3. Villanova leading 7-0. Ball was at the 30 of Harvard territory. No running back out there right now for McQuaid. He's going to throw. 3rd down and 10, gets to the 40. Pressure comes, scrambles out of the sack, gets to the left, looking down the field, and this one's going to be intercepted. No, it's dropped by Austin Jake Guillory.
Wow.
And I believe Antonio Johnson wanted a flag there for pass interference as he was the intended target in the end zone, but McQuaid way underthrew that football. The Wildcats are very lucky that Guillory couldn't pull it in. That was thrown right to him.
Yeah, and again, Guillory already has an interception on the season so far. And again, you mentioned it in the pregame show, Harvard has 12 interceptions. They forced 16 turnovers. That's top 50 in the FCS. So their turnover margin isn't just because they're good at ball security. They're also good at forcing opposing offenses into making mistakes. But it looks like the offense is going to stay out here kind of in no man's land on 4th and 10.
It would be about a 50-yard field goal on this win, pretty much impossible. It's 4th and 10 from the 30. 3:38 left to go. McQuaid going to throw again, looking for his first completion. Pressure comes, gets out of the sack, scrambles to his right as time looks downfield for Kopecky, trying to get in range. Kopecky jumps. Did he pull it in? Yes, he did! Wow, McQuaid extended that play and strikes to Kopecky. Touchdown, Villanova!
What a play from Pat McQuaid, looking like Houdini in the pocket. Now you see me, now you don't. It looked like Harvard, there were 2 Harvard players just right around Pat McQuaid, nearly had him in his grasp. At the very last second, we talked about Pat McQuaid and his pocket mobility. Even though he doesn't necessarily tuck it and run and go for yards beyond the line of scrimmage, that doesn't mean he isn't a mobile quarterback. He's not some statue that stands within the pocket as long as possible and waits to get sacked. He got out of the pocket, rolled to his right, and gave his big-bodied receiver with a large catch radius, Lucas Kopecky, a chance to make a play on the ball. And wow, Villanova's up 2 scores.
That height advantage for Kopecky paid off. The extra point is good. And Steve, pretty good coverage there from Ty Bartram for Harvard, but Kopecky just a little taller. And I think Bartram thought the end zone was a little bit shorter than that as he gave Kopecky enough space to still keep one of those feet in bounds. And Villanova now leads Harvard 14-0, 3:26 left to go here in the first quarter. We'll take a break here on WXVU and be back in just a moment. Hello, Nova Nation. It's WXVU Sports Director David Szczepanski here at Villanova Stadium with Villanova wide receiver Luke Colella. Thank you so much, Luke, for joining me. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Luke, just kind of want to start really general here. You've been at Villanova now for a few months, but you really have seemed to adjust to the locker room, the culture very quickly. Just what have the last few months been like for you at Villanova? Kind of looking around the stadium, what does this place mean to you?
Yeah, it's very special. I tell the guys all the time I was getting ready to go work, be in the workforce. So any opportunity that I have to come play at a special place like this to play more football with some new guys, some new brothers that are really my brothers now, like it's been the best time of my life, and I'm so thankful for this place, thankful for the coaches, for my teammates, for everyone involved in the staff. It truly has been like the honor of a lifetime, and I really, really, really love this place.
That's awesome, Luke. And, specifically talking about the on-the-field accolades for you this year, career season, career high in receptions of 60, more than 800 receiving yards, 8 touchdown receptions, multiple 100-plus yard games. Just what has the on-the-field success meant to you this year? And I know you had a lot of success in your career at Princeton, but it seems like you've kind of taken it to the next level this year. What would be the biggest reason why that has been with just so much success here at Villanova?
Yeah, I think the special thing about our team and our offense specifically is there's so many guys around the field who can get the job done, right? The offensive line, obviously Pat, the Jabril, Ragland, Dave when he was healthy, but the other receivers, Lucas, Braden, Colby, Bink, like all those guys, like they allow me to have more freedom and be successful. Defenses have to plan for multiple things against us. We can beat you on the ground, we can beat you in the air. So I think it's just been really special being with a group of guys who are so talented, and fitting in with that has worked out really well.
Well, you mentioned Pat McQuaid. It seems like you guys have really developed a close relationship, close bond. Just what has it been like to play with Pat over the last couple of months, and just what is your relationship with him?
Yeah, Pat's my best friend, man. It goes back to earlier in March and in April when he was coming to my high school when I was back home to throw with me just to get acquainted with the offense and get some timing down. But it's been an awesome relationship. We grow every day, and even with the other guys, it's just been awesome getting to know these guys and really working towards something and having a purpose out here. And we talk about it all the time, finding your purpose, and I really do believe that myself, Pat, and a lot of the other transfers who came in, like our purpose was to be here, and I'm just so happy that it happened.
Well, getting ready for the game on Saturday against Lehigh, I'm sure a lot of people are curious. I'm curious. What is the pregame routine? How do you get ready on game day? And it's supposed to be it's cold now. It's supposed to be very cold on Saturday. How much does the cold weather affect your routine getting ready?
I really don't think, we talk about it all the time that circumstances don't change the standard. For me specifically, I go out and I have the same approach every game, cold, rain, shine, whatever it is. Come out, throw a little bit with Pat and the other receivers, and really try to lock in mentally, and then come out here with the team. But it's been awesome, having that playoff run, and we're looking to keep it going.
Absolutely, Luke. It seems like every time, well, not seems like it does. Every time you get a touchdown, celebrate with the Hellcat. How did that celebration with you and Lucas Kopecky get started? What's the background story?
Yeah, it's a funny story. So in the summer, we were in the locker room, and one of our teammates was wearing a Hellstar shirt, which is like a clothing brand. And Lucas and I kind of just like started like saying Hellstar, and then it kind of turned into Hellcat. Like the car. So it's just been something that kind of stuck with the team, and now everyone's kind of running with it, and it's just been something fun that we like to do, to celebrate our success together.
Sounds good, Luke. Last question for you. Getting ready for Lehigh on Saturday. Over the last couple weeks, having talked to some of the team, and especially in the post-game press conference, I know Isaiah Ragland said it the other day, as too did Richie Kimball. You guys felt disrespected coming into that game against Harvard, being underdogs on your own turf. What has kind of the team's mentality been over the last couple weeks, and especially coming off of that win against Harvard, now playing an undefeated team in Lehigh?
Yeah, I think whatever it is, you line up, strap up and you go play. That's kind of been our mentality. Like, yes, was there a little bit of disrespect? Sure. Maybe that's more of an outside kind of view than an internal. But whoever we're going up against, we're ready. We're locked and loaded, ready to play some hard football. And it only gets harder as you go on throughout these playoffs. So we're looking forward to the challenge. 12-0 Lehigh team, but I think it's going to be a really good one.
Well, looking forward to Saturday's game at Goodman Stadium. Villanova versus Lehigh. You can see this guy, Luke Colella, and the rest of the Cats take on Lehigh on Saturday. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.